God speaks to us through many types of mediums. And for me, God speaks to me through books most of the time. That's why books are like one of the few material possessions that my parents will never deprive me of. And it has been a constant thing in my life. This book in particular, The Artist's Way, has helped me nurture the best parts of myself and has helped me bring back my natural likeness for creativity. When I was a kid, I knew who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. Not a job, but what I see myself doing on a daily basis. However, like everyone else, I grow up and reality slapped me in the face. I had to sacrifice my wants for my needs. The needs are, like everyone else's, shelter, food and water, transport, electricity, and to keep a job so that these needs are consistent. And for some reason, as we get older, we don't allow ourselves to enjoy the little things anymore. We take it for granted every single time. This book has taught me to remain grateful and to be present as best as I can by writing my thoughts down, moving my body more. And as soon as I get an idea, I create it, I bring it to life somehow. And one of those ways to bring my ideas to life is to make videos about it, talk about it, vlog about it. And I'll mention this one more time. Okay, this connects back to the Michael movie. That movie was about Michael Jackson, who he was, and how he became the artist he was. And just like Michael, you have to take action as soon as the idea comes to you, or else it will move to a different vessel, and that vessel will create it and establish it, publish it, whatever, and then you're too late. Oops. And because this whole series was all about recovering my inner artist, and I'm going to connect this to art once again. If you were born to paint, to write, to do hair, to do makeup, to do interior design or architecture, to do something related to art, you have to do it. Even if you're not making a career out of it, you have to do it for the sake of your peace of mind and to fulfill your heart's desires. That's just one of the ways to survive this world. All of these things are created by our human hands, so we can't take advantage of that. No matter how progressive technology becomes, we made it still, right? So you're gonna have to find a way and make it simple. Okay, like I said, write it down, move your body, and as soon as an idea comes in, take action. We all need money, and that money serves us a purpose. It has to repay us back by buying back our freedom. And we use that freedom to explore and return to the things that we once loved. So, remember what I said that God speaks to me through books? Well, this book, like any book, has themes in every chapter. Every single chapter in here has a theme that matched what I was thinking about throughout the weeks. And that's why my faith is always restored because of something I feel strongly about, like buying this book. Okay, at one point around last year, this book was coming up on my FYP, so I listed down and saying, okay, I gotta get this book. And I got it and I used it. I did not completely do all of the tasks, I will admit that. I did not consistently do my morning pages, but I have learned a lot. And it has brought me back to earth and also create my own heaven where I don't sabotage myself anymore. I have now rebuilt this self love that I was already born with. We already born with such love for ourselves. It is the world that sabotaged it. So I got my faith back. I allow myself to enjoy the little things, the things that seem childish, like painting, you know. But it helps. I'm not gonna, oof. For almost a decade, I always lost faith in everything that I do and in the people that I've met because things didn't go my way. And when things don't go my way, my mental starts to move towards the edge, and I feel like I'm about to fall down to a deep, 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 dark ground or dark hole. And when that happens, it takes a lot of guts to get out, to escape it, to free myself from my own mental prison that I created for myself, actually. So every single time when I overcome that obstacle, my faith becomes stronger. I start to believe again, and my belief in myself, in my life, and in my future becomes unshakable. Like, you cannot tell me anything anymore. You cannot tell me what I cannot do. And I hope that you do the same for yourself because it is one of the purest self love habits, I think. I'm still applying this lesson to myself. We're all going to go through some challenges. We're going to go through some tough stuff in this life. But please do yourself a favor and do all these silly little things that people think is amateuristic or childish because it's what a child does. An adult doesn't do this. Are you telling me adults don't paint? They don't color? Look, being an adult doesn't mean you have to be boring. You just be who you are. The difference is you have money now to do it bigger and better, to improve your skills, to explore more of the thing that you like. Oh my goodness. Why did we do this to ourselves? I don't know. But the faith you are developing for yourself and strengthening every day cannot be expected from the external. You only have to expect it within yourself because not everybody's gonna believe you, not everybody's gonna be, like changing their minds with you on faith. And when I chose to focus on building my faith within myself more than I do on others, life got a little lighter. I became a little bit more happier, calmer, and patient. When I went through a mental spiral a couple months ago, I called my dad and he told me that nothing in this life is guaranteed. And the only thing that is guaranteed is that you never give up on yourself. I already know this because I made content about this a couple of times before. But life will keep life will keep giving you challenges until you completely surrender and shed all these old habits that's been holding you back. Then that's when the lesson starts to click. You're like, oh my goodness, this is all I had to do? Yes, it sounds easy. That even though it's easier said than done, don't make it an excuse. You're gonna have to really push yourself because no one else is gonna push you. Starting this year, you fought hard to keep your inner artist alive. So moving forward, it is your lifetime duty to subvert the corruptions of the world with your art. Because your art comes from your heart and soul. That's why it is irreplaceable. And that is all for week 12. And now the Artist's Way journey is complete. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for giving me your time to go through all these progressions of my video or my videos. When I started out, I sounded so boring. I don't even know why. I didn't I thought I was a good speaker until I started filming myself. Oh my god, it's cringy as. Throughout making this series, I learned a lot about myself through writing the scripts. And I am so happy that I've come at this point in creating content because I have finally kept this promise to myself by producing the content based on the inspirations that this book has given me. And I've achieved it. to create content that is true to me.